What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Alan. So a little bit of background. I sold my daily because I wanted an older truck, and my dad had this truck parked out in our yard. He's like, "You're looking for an old truck? I got an old truck." And I'm like, "Okay, sure, yeah." So he gave it to me. This is a 1993 F250 with the 5.8. It's 4x4 extended cab, long bed. So getting into today's video. So basically, I'm gonna end up painting this truck. And before I can start prepping it for paint, I need to fix the rust that's on it, as rust on the tube cab corners, a little bit on the fenders, and I also need to get a new bed. That's the old bed, clapped out. But first, I'm gonna show you guys how I replaced the cab corners. This is what it looks like now, and this is the old piece that went on there. It looks something like that. So I cut it out. I went on eBay and I got these for like 70 bucks each. Cut it out, welded it in with a flux core welder, and it came out pretty good, pretty straight. And then obviously I'm gonna use body filler to make it as perfect as I can. So I just wanted to mention before we start the video that I am not a professional, obviously. I'm just out here getting the job done. So if you decide to follow these steps and your truck ends up blowing up, I am not liable for that. I'm just saying. All right, back to the video. I got to sand it down with the grinder. This backside doesn't look too bad. It's just pitted a little bit, but I mean, there's no holes. And then, so my main concern is obviously this giant hole here. And then it looks like the truck was hit here. I could pull the dent out and keep this factory sheet metal, or I can just cut it from here and go all the way across. And I'm not sure if I want to replace it here. It's solid, but it's pitted. I'm not sure. But what I'm gonna do is grab some tape and make some straight lines of where I want to cut it. So I ended up taping it just up to here because I grinded a little bit more here, and most of the pitting of the metal is out. All right, so now the only thing holding this piece together is these spot welds on the bottom. So the way I take out these spot welds is I take a flathead and a hammer and I wedge it in between these two pieces of metal here. And where I do find a spot weld, I'm gonna take the grinder with this disc right here and basically grind it off and then wedge it out. I basically did that on the other side, and it was way easier than grabbing a drill and drilling each individual spot weld. And with the drill, you have to worry about not passing through the second layer of metal, so it's just way easier. With this one, you grind it down, you take the flathead, and you take it out. So this should only take me like 10 minutes. I got the piece out. That's what the bottom looks like. I'm gonna take the grinder and clean this rust off and then spray some rust converter on it. And then I'm gonna start cutting this piece. So I'm just gonna cut out a rough estimate of the panel that I need. I'm gonna cut it, bigger obviously, so that way I can test it, and then I'll cut it to actual size. I got my piece cut out, that way it's in a more manageable size. It's bigger than what it's supposed to be. That's perfect. And then, so I made it a little bit harder on myself because where I cut here, since the original panel was dented, I had to cut all the way over here. And here, the cab is still turning. It's still curving. So I need to cut it exactly on that curve on the new panel. If I would have cut a little bit more over here, and this just would have been a straight panel, I would have just measured the width and transferred over here, and I would have been done. But basically, what I did was I put some tape here to transfer over this line all the way up here. Same here, so that when I test fit the panel on here, I can basically still see the line with that piece of tape. So I'm gonna mark where that piece of tape is and cut like 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch bigger than what it's supposed to be. And I'm gonna keep doing that until the piece fits. But remember what I said about cutting the piece a little bit bigger than what it's supposed to be? I got like almost 1/4 of an inch on each side, and I cut it there. And when I went to go test fit it, that's actually where it needs to be. So I got the piece exactly where it needs to be. So once I got extremely close to where it needed to be, I put the flapper disc on the grinder and just gave it a couple passes on the piece, test fit it, and did that a couple times until it fit perfectly. So right now, it's sitting inside. I have like 1/8 of an inch on that side. On this side, same, 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch. So now I just have to cut the top. So I marked the top line with a piece of tape. Same with that side. So I'm just gonna mark it there, and put a piece of tape across. And again, cut it like 1/4 of an inch taller than what it needs to be. So as I'm tacking it in, I'm using this pick. Preferably it should be a flathead, so you can get in easier in the gap. But I'm just using this to make sure that the panels are completely flat. And it's easier to make sure that the panels are flat if you don't have the glove on. So you just get it where you want it, and you feel it with your hand, flat, tack it, and you keep doing that. You know, like every couple inches. So here I messed up. I don't know if you can see, but here there's like a tiny little gap where I can flex both panels to get them level. But here they're overlapping by the slightest bit. So I think I'm gonna take the grinder and just cut in the seam. It's probably gonna make like a pretty big gap, like 1/8 of an inch or something. But I need it so that way the panels are not overlapping and I can get them flat. All right, so that's the gap we're working with now. Honestly, probably wasn't the best idea. I probably should just grind it off the welds, took the piece off, and hit it with the flap disc and put it back on. It's bad, but it's not too bad. It's still doable. It's just gonna take a lot more patience. It's just gonna make everything a lot slower. But what I'm gonna do is just spot weld it. Like every inch, because I don't want the metal to get too hot and start warping. Focus my weld on the center part, keep tacking it until it gets bigger, and then I just keep going down with it. I have like 60% of it already done. I grinded down the welds, and what I was noticing was if I take a straight edge and I put it on the original panel here, it's kind of got a peak in the middle, and on the ends it's not too bad, but from like here to around here, there's a gap. It gets bigger. It's like right here. It looks bigger than what it should be here on the video, but it's like 1/8 of a gap. I just looked up right now what the acceptable amount of body filler is, and it's 1/4 of an inch, and that's definitely below 1/4 of an inch, so I should be fine. I think in the middle where it caved in, I don't think I left enough space for the panels to expand or do whatever they did, because on the ends it's fine, and I had a pretty big gap on the ends, so that stayed fine. And also I think I stayed too long in that area, and what I should have done was welded that area and had some water, sprayed it with water, let the metal cool down, and then move on. So I think I definitely moved too fast in that area. I wasn't patient enough, so that's why that happened. But the gap, it's a gap, but it's not over 1/4 of an inch, so I should be able to cover it up with body filler. If you're just looking at it, just like at a glance, it doesn't look bad. That's how it turned out, and then I still gotta weld the bottom. That's the end of the video. all in all, it turned out pretty decent. Not perfect, but I mean, it's fine. I'm glad I'm practicing on something like this and not like a show car. So the biggest thing I learned was to leave a big enough gap in the panels, but not too big, obviously, but big enough to where the panels have space to expand and move around and do whatever they got to do. And also be patient, be really patient. I rushed it and the metal got too hot, it warped. But I should be able to fix it with body fill. I mean, like I said, it's not more than like 1/8 of an inch, so it should be fine. And the next video I need to fix the rust that's on the fender. On the driver's side, it's this part right here, and on the passenger side, the rust is underneath this trim panel. So that'll be next video.